European countries lost 26 of their currencies due to the euro. Among the 27 countries in the European Union, 20 officially used the euro as their currency. Additionally, 4 non-EU member countries also use the euro, and 2 other countries use it as their de facto currency. Now let's explore what these European countries used as their currencies before the euro. Stay tuned, I will explain it all. Let's start with Austria. Austrians used their currency, the Austrian shilling, before adopting the euro. The Austrian shilling was in circulation from 1925 to 1938, and again from 1945 to 1999, and the circulating currency until 2002. The euro came into existence on January 1, 1999, and the currency was virtually formed in 1999. Notes and coins began to circulate in 2002. At that time, the euro was introduced at a fixed parity of €1 to 13.76 shillings to replace it. The shilling was divided into 100 groschen. Belgium also adopted the euro in 2002. Before 2002, they used the Belgian franc as their official currency since 1832. It was subdivided into 100 subunits, each known as a centième in Dutch or centime in French and German. At the time of their adoption of the euro, €1 to 40.33 francs. Luxembourg also used its currency, known as the Luxembourg franc. Interestingly, its value was equal to that of the Belgian franc. The Luxembourg franc was the official currency of Luxembourg between 1854 and 2002, except during the years 1941 to 1944. Similar to the Belgian franc, at the time of adopting the euro, the Luxembourg franc had the same value of €1 to 40.33 francs. It was also subdivided into 100 centimes. The marka, also known as the Finnish mark, was the currency of Finland from 1860 until February 28, 2002. It was divided into 100 penny. Before Finland adopted the euro, the conversion rate was at €1 to 5.94 Finnish marks. France used their pre-euro currency, known as the French franc, which has a long history dating back to 1360. It was reintroduced in decimal form in 1795. After 2 centuries of inflation, the currency was redenominated in 1960, with each new franc being worth 100 old francs. The franc was divided into 100 centimes. The French used francs until 2002, when the conversion to euros took place at a rate of €1 to 5.94 French francs. Before the adoption of the euro, Germany used the Deutsche Mark as its official currency. The Deutsche Mark served as the official currency of West Germany from 1948 to 1990, and later of unified Germany from 1990 until 2002. One Deutsche Mark was subdivided into 100 Pfennig. During the transition to the euro, the exchange rate was set at €1 to 1.95 Deutsche Marks. Ireland was one of the first 11 countries to join the Eurozone. So what is the Eurozone? The Eurozone is commonly known as the area where the euro is used as the common currency. Now, back to Ireland. Before switching to the euro, Ireland's currency was the Irish pound, introduced in 1927 and used until 2002. The Irish pound was divided into 100 penny, and at the time of conversion to the euro, €1 was equivalent to 0.78 Irish pounds. The Italian lira was the currency in Italy before they switched to the euro. It started back in 1807 with the Napoleonic Kingdom of Italy and was later picked up by the states that formed the Kingdom of Italy in 1861. They stuck with it all the way until 2002. It was divided into 100 centesimo, and when it was time to switch to the euro, €1 was worth 1,936.27 lira. The Netherlands used the Dutch guilder as their currency before the euro. This currency has a long history, starting in 1432, and was in use until 2002. Over time, the currency experienced several fluctuations. One Dutch guilder was divided into 100 cents, and at the time of transitioning to the euro, €1 was equivalent to 2.20 Dutch guilders. Before adopting the euro, Portugal used the Portuguese escudo as its official currency from 1911 to 2002. The escudo was subdivided into 100 centavos. When Portugal switched to the euro, 1 euro was equivalent to 200.48 Portuguese escudos. The peseta was Spain's official currency from 1868 to 2002. It was subdivided into 100 centimos, and at the time of conversion to the euro, 1 euro was equivalent to 166.38 pesetas. The 11 countries I have explained so far were the first to join the Eurozone in 1999. The euro came into existence on January 1, 1999, initially as a virtual currency. This meant that financial institutions, businesses, and governments began using the euro for electronic transactions, accounting, and international trade. The exchange rates between the euro and the participating countries' pre-euro currencies were fixed at this time. Despite the introduction of the euro, people in these countries continued to use their old currencies for daily transactions. On January 1, 2002, euro banknotes and coins were finally introduced. There was a dual circulation period following the introduction of euro cash, during which both euros and the old currencies were legal tender for a short while. The exact duration of this period varied by country but typically lasted a few weeks or months. By around March 2002, the transition was complete. The old currencies were phased out entirely, and the euro became the sole legal tender in those countries. So, all 11 of these countries used their pre-euro currencies until 2002. Let's talk about other countries that adopted the euro, starting with Greece. The drachma was Greece's official currency from 1832 until the euro was introduced in 2002. Greece joined the Eurozone on January 1, 2001, but the drachma remained in use until euro banknotes were introduced in 2002. The drachma was subdivided into 100 lepta. During the transition to the euro, 1 euro was equivalent to 340.75 drachmas. Slovenia joined the Eurozone on January 1, 2007. Unlike previous countries, they didn't have a long transition period to the euro because the euro banknotes already existed. So, they replaced their currency with the euro within 2 weeks, which means by January 14, 2007. Until January 2007, they used the Slovenian tolar, which had been their official currency since October 8, 1991. It was divided into 100 stotins. During the transition to the euro, 1 euro was equivalent to 239.64 Slovenian tolars. The Republic of Cyprus used the Cypriot pound as its currency before adopting the euro. The British introduced the Cypriot pound in 1879 when they governed Cyprus, and it was initially equivalent to £1 sterling. This value remained until 1972, when the Central Bank of Cyprus switched the peg from the British pound to the US dollar. Cyprus joined the Eurozone on January 1, 2008, and continued to use the Cypriot pound until January 31, 2008, when the euro officially replaced it as the currency. At the time of transition, 1 euro was valued at 0.58 Cypriot pounds. Malta also joined the Eurozone on January 1, 2008. The Maltese lira, also known as the Maltese pound, was the official currency of Malta from 1972 until January 31, 2008. 1 lira was divided into 100 cents. At the time Malta adopted the euro, 1 euro was worth 0.42 Maltese lira. The Slovak koruna, also known as the Slovak crown, was Slovakia's currency before they adopted the euro. Slovakia joined the Eurozone on January 1, 2009, and the koruna was in circulation from 1993 until January 16, 2009. The koruna was divided into 100 heliers, and at the time of the switch to the euro, the exchange rate was 1 euro to 30.12 Slovak korunas. The Estonian kroon, which was used in Estonia from 1928 to 1940 and again from 1992 until January 14, 2011, was the currency before the country adopted the euro. Estonia joined the Eurozone on January 1, 2011. The kroon was divided into 100 cents, and during the transition to the euro, 1 euro was equivalent to 15.64 Estonian kroons. Latvia joined the Eurozone on January 1, 2014. They had been using their previous currency, the Latvian lats, from 1922 until 1940, and then again from 1993 until it was replaced by the euro on January 15, 2014. The 1 lats was subdivided into 100 centimes. During the transition to the euro, 1 euro was equivalent to 0.702 Latvian lats. The Lithuanian litas was the pre-euro currency used in Lithuania. It was first introduced on October 2, 1922, after World War I, when Lithuania declared its independence, and it remained in use until 1941. The currency was reintroduced in 1993 and continued until January 16, 2015. Lithuania joined the Eurozone on January 1, 2015. 1 lita was divided into 100 centas, and at the time of the currency transition, 1 euro was equivalent to 3.45 Lithuanian litai. Croatia is the latest country to join the Eurozone as of June 2024, when this video was recorded. In the near future, more countries are expected to adopt the euro as their main currency. Croatia entered the Eurozone on January 1, 2023, and they used their previous currency, the Croatian kuna, from 1994 until January 14, 2023. The kuna was subdivided into 100 lipa. During the transition period, 1 euro was equivalent to 7.53 Croatian kuna. We've just covered the 20 countries in the European Union that use the euro as their currency. Now, let's discuss 4 additional countries that officially use the euro outside of the EU, starting with Vatican City. The Vatican used what was known as the Vatican lira, which wasn't a separate currency, but rather a special issuance of the Italian lira. The Bank of Italy minted coins specifically for Vatican City, and both currencies were pegged at a 1-to-1 exchange rate, meaning 1 Italian lira was equal to 1 Vatican lira. Italian lira banknotes and coins were also valid in Vatican City. They adopted the lira in 1929 and continued using it until 2002, when they transitioned to the euro. Like Vatican City, San Marino had a similar scenario where their currency, the Sammarinese lira, was equivalent to and pegged to the Italian lira. They also had their own coins, but all Italian banknotes and coins were valid in San Marino. They used this currency from 1860 until 2002, when they transitioned to the euro. Monaco used the Monégasque franc as its pre-euro currency. There isn't an exact date for when this currency was first introduced, but the first decimal coins were issued in 1837 and 1838. The Monégasque franc circulated alongside the French franc, both having the same value. There isn't a precise date for when the Monégasque franc was pegged to the French franc. Like France, Monaco also adopted the euro as its official currency in 2002 after reaching a special agreement with the European Union. Andorra's situation is different compared to the 3 non-EU countries mentioned earlier because they didn't have their own currency before the euro. They used both the French franc and the Spanish peseta, with the peseta being more commonly used for government budgets, salaries, and bank deposits. Unlike the other 3 countries, Andorra didn't have an agreement with the EU to use the euro when it was introduced. They adopted it unilaterally. However, they signed an agreement with the EU which came into force on April 1, 2012, but actual circulation began on January 15, 2015. Let's discuss 2 countries that use the euro as their de facto currency. So what is de facto currency? A de facto currency is essentially money that is widely accepted in a country, even though it isn't the official currency. It's the currency that people commonly use for daily transactions, regardless of the legal tender. If I explain it simply, imagine a country where the official money is like blue tokens, but everyone actually uses red tokens for buying things. The red tokens, even though not officially recognized, become the de facto currency because that's what people use in everyday transactions. Turning our attention to countries that use the euro as a de facto currency, let's start with Montenegro. Montenegro was once a part of Yugoslavia, where the Yugoslav dinar was the official currency. In 1992, after the breakup of Yugoslavia, Montenegro and Serbia formed the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia. From 1992 to 1999, Serbia was involved in wars with Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina as Yugoslavia disintegrated. During this period, the Yugoslav dinar experienced very high inflation. In 1999, Montenegro wanted to protect its economy and gain some monetary independence. You might wonder how Montenegro could make such a decision before its independence in 2006. It's a complex story that is hard to explain in this currency video, therefore here I'll only focus on their currency. At the beginning of 1999, the government looked for ways to protect Montenegro's economy. They created a dual currency system where both the dinar and Deutsche Mark were used. By January 2001, they decided to use the Deutsche Mark as the only legal currency because it was widely used. When euro banknotes came out on January 1, 2002, Germany switched from the Deutsche Mark to the euro. Following this, in early 2002, Montenegro also decided to use the euro. Initially, it was used alongside the Deutsche Mark, but from March 2002 onwards, it became the only legal currency in Montenegro. Kosovo is another country that uses the euro as its de facto currency. Kosovo's pre-euro currency story is very similar to Montenegro's. As part of Yugoslavia, Kosovo also used the Yugoslav dinar. However, after the Kosovo War with Serbia in 1998, Kosovo came under the administration of the United Nations in 1999, known as the United Nations Interim Administration Mission in Kosovo. During this time, the Deutsche Mark and Albanian lek were widely used for day-to-day transactions alongside the Yugoslav dinar. In 2002, after the introduction of euro banknotes, Kosovo adopted the euro as its de facto currency. With that, I end this video on Europe's lost currencies. In the future, more countries will join the Eurozone, especially since there are 7 countries in the European Union that still use their own currency instead of the euro. These countries are expected to join the Eurozone, which will extend this list. Thank you for watching this video. Please make sure to subscribe and watch other videos on this channel. If you didn't know that there are countries in Africa with snowfall, then I recommend watching this video.